All right, so we're on episode 18. This is going to be amazing. Before we begin, Eric Feeney, founder of Friends of Feeney. Friends of Feeney is a nonprofit. We help children and families that have heartbreak or tragedy. I use this podcast to get out and talk to people in the community that are doing good things. Review of episode 17, Len. Len does Reiki. Matt, you ever get Reiki?
Never.
Reiki. Check it out.
What is Reiki?
Reiki, so energy.
Okay.
How's your energy? It feels pretty good right now.
It's solid. It depends on the day.
Yeah. Well, Len, and then giving a warning, watch to the end. There's a watch to the end warning on episode 17. Len from An Infinite Abundance, Reiki. Len talks about being healthy, smiling, getting vitamin D, sun, celery juice. You ever drink celery juice?
Yes.
Really? Wow. Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Juice. Yeah, I've been into juicing before. It's always a fad, right? Juicing for everyone's a fad. You get tired of cleaning out the leftover must and all that stuff.
And then before we shoot it over I want to shout out Allison. Be a good friend. Look at this ceramics. This is a high school student, Allison, reached out to Friends of Feeney and wanted to do her mastery experience project and donate to the nonprofit. I'm going to read a little note. Look at this handwriting. Beautiful handwriting, too. A+ on your penmanship. Thank you, Mr. Feeney, for allowing me to collaborate with for my mastery experience project. I'm glad I was able to give to an organization that provides support for individuals and families in our community. And a check for $380.
Oh, sweet.
So, and there's still more coming in. So she collected a total of maybe $450. So thank you, Allison. Be a good friend is etched in on everyone. So thank you so much. And another one, Can Drive. Speaking of Can Drive, that's why Matt's here. Matt, you're the man. I can't thank you enough. Well, you're here for multiple reasons.
Okay.
This is Matt. Matt works at Maximum Beverage. Matt is a parent of one of my students.
Yeah.
Matt is also a girl dad. Let's start there.
Girl dad.
I'm a girl dad.
3 girls.
3.
This is why. What do we have here?
Oh, yeah.
I have to have another drink because I think about it every day and I'm like, 18's coming at some point.
Yep, and I have 2,
Weddings.
And you have 3, so that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, you're gonna get 2 all at once. You got the 2 at once, like everything's all at once.
Yep.
Mine are spread out a little bit. There's 7. Julia, your student, 7, almost 4. Almost 4? Yeah, right. You do that age thing.
4, and then maybe 2.
And just turned 2. Yeah.
Faye, I love Faye,
Faye,
Sammy,
yeah.
Great names.
Yep. Thank
Any
you.
reason on those names?
I named Julia, and then it got to so I'll just real quick, this because it's not that great of a story, but it is the story. So Julia, we were in the hospital last day. We have to leave. They're like, you have to name this kid. We have to fill out this thing, and we had held all these names. At one point, we were like, oh, Julietta, or Juliana, but that didn't work. I mean, we're not Julietta people. So it just so happened that the people in the room next to us named their kid Juliana. So I was like, all right, we're off that. We can't do that. So we settled on Julia. I actually picked the name. I think my wife just completely gave up and just like, whatever. Then the next 2, I was just like, whatever you want to name the kids. So she picked Faye and Samantha. That's just kind of how it worked out.
# girl dad.
Yeah.
Love them.
That's it.
I feel you. They're great. So sons go on to join other families, but daughters always stay close to dad and their families.
I hope so.
You agree? Disagree?
I hope
Look
so.
forward to that, maybe?
I hope so. I would say I'm a little, the selfish side is the name doesn't pass on. It could. Listen, there are scenarios where it happens. It's very rare.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
No, we've had that talk. Yeah.
Right.
You better keep Feeney.
Someone's better keep.
I love that Feeney name.
I'm okay with a hyphen. I can deal with a hyphen or a combination of a name. I don't know. I'm going to struggle with the fact that if they all have different names when they grow up, who knows?
But again, so I do Friends of Feeney hosts Can Drives. Thankful at Tate, our friend Tate at Gastro Park. We've done 3 of them. The first one was in January. I rented a U-Haul. It costed Friends of Feeney like $170. That cut into the cost of our fundraiser for our event for a family that had a house fire. Reach out to my man Matt. I cannot thank you enough. You've donated your box truck. It means the world to me. And then we bring it right over to another friend, Chet, at West Hartford Redemption. And so I thank you. It was cool that we are not even, well, we're friends now, hashtag friends, but we started off just a parent, and I can't thank you for donating your time, your energy, and your box truck.
Absolutely. Got the truck, man. It's not using the weekends.
Yeah.
You'll fill it up with some cans. We got to hose it down afterwards, but that's okay.
And how's Maximum Beverage?
Things are good. We're we're in a transition phase right now. We started originally in West Hartford. That was our first store. Actually, that's not true. Way back when, first store, my dad opened a store in Glastonbury with some partners, and then we opened West Hartford. Glastonbury was sold off, and we started West Hartford. Now we're in the middle of moving that store a second time across the street. So we stayed in Bishop's Corner this whole time.
So which one's 333 North Main Street? The old one or the new one?
Old one is 333 North Main.
What's the new one going to be?
New one's going to be 340.
340.
It's across the street, so we're moving.
Even number, crossing the street.
Yeah,
I'm a paper boy, so
the
even
333 I think was a bad. That's just a bad number, right? Is
that too close to 666?
Too close, man.
Yeah, you think so?
Too close. It's just in half. I don't know. It just so
we
were fine over there. No, yeah, we were fine over there. And in the parking situation for us, our number one complaint was always parking. Parking had been since day one.
That is a pain.
It's not good. It's not good. I could go through the logistics of the whole situation.
Because you have 3 spots that are just for you?
There's more than that. No, we don't have any spots just for us. There's some 15-minute parking spots.
What it is. That's what.
But you have a bunch of to-go food places that are there. And you have Marshall's, right, which crushes the parking lot. I mean, that's one of the busiest Marshalls in the state. Might be the busiest. That you go in there any given day and there's 12 people in line. Middle of the day.
The line is always insane.
Yeah. As guys, I think a lot of us we shop at Marshalls. Listen,
I love Marshalls.
$12.99 for a golf shirt is a bargain.
Yep.
So which it's great. It attracts a nice customer base there, but parking just got to be too much. So there's a gym there. There's a couple other things. A bunch of food places. There was the AT&T store. Some of those places you intend to go in for 15 minutes and you're in there for an hour. AT&T is a great example, right?
How hard do they enforce that 15-minute parking?
Wow.
Do they even bother? Or
no, they.
Okay.
That was one of our issues.
All right.
Enforcement's lousy, and so people park there, and let's just say, what's that?
You cool with the mask right there?
Oh, the mask.
Yeah. I mean, we could skip to why you're a Tennessee Titans fan.
Well, we can go into that too. Yeah. Well, you know what? I did wear a mask on the walk-in. Right. So
we all do.
Right.
We're 6 feet right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The mask is good. Actually, I'll take that off.
You can mess up your hair.
No, you can't mess this hair up today, man. It's unmessable. But the Titans, yeah, that's my squad since 1999.
When they moved over?
When they moved over and then they went to the Super Bowl, I became a fan of the Titans. I was a young kid. I think I was in 7th grade. And anyways, that's my squad. Me and my brother Connor.
Oh, he moved over too?
He was a Titans fan. Oh, yeah.
Funny that Castaway, I always think of that when he gets back and he sees
Holland in Nashville,
and he's like,
they won the Super Bowl.
How's it, what's up with the Oilers or something? Or no, Tennessee. She's like, we have a team, and they made it to the Super Bowl, and he's like, what?
Yeah, his mind's blown.
He's just been on an island. That's what the first thing I think of when I think Tennessee.
So
Titans.
FedEx, right? He worked for FedEx.
Yep.
So funny thing about that, offensive coordinator for the Titans last year, who just got the job as the Falcons, his dad, Fred Smith, founded FedEx. They're based out of Nashville, right? At the time, I think they're based out of that area. But kind of a weird thing that comes full circle
connection.
20 years later.
Yeah. No, great movie.
Well, great movie. Yeah.
They don't talk for 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's one of those movies.
One of the movies that there's not a word spoken for 40 minutes.
But it's also one of those movies where you don't ever will really watch it again.
True.
It's a one-timer.
I agree
and
with
that's
that.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever. My mom and I planned, and we went to the movie theater together.
To see it.
And it was great. And
awesome.
I don't think we ever, never ventured back into it.
And I'm not a big watch movie again guy. I'll do actually my daughter was like, hey, can we watch Star Wars? I don't know why. Are you guys doing this?
I watched Star Wars last night.
Were you guys talking about Star Wars in school?
Yes. It was May the 4th be with you.
And that's why she was like, Dad, can we sit down and watch Star Wars? I'm like, okay. I mean, it's a lot of movie. But
which one did you watch? The first?
We haven't watched anything yet.
Oh.
No, we have a plan now. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch. I got to walk her through it because I don't know what to do now because.
Where do you start?
Right. I think you start. I think you start the intention of the Not the
chronological.
Not the chronological.
Or
You go with
production.
Not production. No, you go with the way the story's written.
Gotcha.
Back right. So you go episode 1.
All right.
Which is like I don't know. Like
I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but my daughter's totally into it now, and I'm like, I was never a big Marvel guy, but we started with WandaVision. And
nice.
I'm like hooked.
Yeah.
And then we went back and watched all 20 Marvel movies in order. Phenomenal. Huge.
Train's loud.
I'm hooked with the Marvel. You into Marvel?
I love Marvel. Oh, I love Marvel. But I just love action in general. So I'm like a junkie for that. So it doesn't really matter. And like people are like, oh, that Marvel movie wasn't that good, or and I'm just like, what are you talking about? It was great. It was explosions and stuff going on. Like that's my thing.
Huge into it. Cried. Did you cry? Check your manhood, your fatherhood. When Guardians of the Galaxy, when the guy with the blue hair and the mohawk, Yondu, passes away in front of the Lord Star.
No.
Come on.
I mean, I didn't.
I don't take it. They had a Ranger funeral for him, and he got kicked out of the Rangers.
So
and
like
he's like, I'm not your father, but I'm your daddy. I might not be your daddy, but I'm your father. Oh, come on.
Yeah, no.
Then they played Cat
I
Stevens.
get it in the fields, man. I totally get it.
Dave, father and son, Cat Stevens.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah. Felt it. All right.
I definitely, I had it.
You felt it?
Oh, okay. It wells right up. But you know what I do? Just shove it right down. Oh yeah. What is it like? Was it Bill Burr? He's like, just take those feelings, shove it right. That's me. Yep. Nope. Don't want to have them.
Shove it.
Yeah.
No, I let it all out. Waterworks.
That's good, man. I wish I could do that. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of issue later on with my kids related to that, but who knows? You know.
All right, Marvel. Let it out. I told the world I cried.
You cried?
I cry like, I don't know. You watch This Is Us?
Oh God.
The wifey.
I can't.
Every episode, dude. Every episode.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Me and my wife have a different TV thing. The stuff that we like to watch, but all we end up watching is what she chooses. Put the kids down to bed. I come downstairs because she does a lot of stuff during the day. So I will stay up there, get the kids down, like the two older kids. I'll sit in there with them, and 90% of the time I fall asleep and I wake up at 10:30 and I'm like, I'm going to bed. But the times I do make it down, I get downstairs. And by the way, she's happy with that because she gets to watch what she wants to watch.
Yeah.
I get down there and I'm like, what are we watching? Okay, is it Real Housewives? This Is Us? I don't know, whatever other stuff she's into. But yeah, I haven't picked a show in a long time.
We just watched the emissions scandal for like the girl from Full House. Aunt Rebecca, she paid $500,000 to get
Laughlin?
her 2 kids.
Laura
Laughlin paid.
Laura Laughlin.
She just broke all the rules. That's a crazy documentary. I totally recommend it. We
Nice.
don't recommend
I'm into
TV
that
shows
stuff.
here, but
Yeah.
and then the Cecil Hotel in L.A. 4-part series.
Don't know it.
Crazy stuff going on.
Cecil Hotel.
Yes.
Okay.
Murder mystery, crime scene.
Nice.
Yeah, both of those are great.
I'm into murder mysteries for sure.
Yes. And you sleep like a baby after those, too.
Right, there you go.
No crying in those.
No.
Is the number going to be still 860-761-2543?
Dude, yeah, 2541.
Oh, come on. That's the second time I messed up numbers. I messed up Len's number last.
860-761-2541, man. That's a number we've had for a long time. I had that memorized.
Do you still have 3,000 wines?
We're going to have more. So
How do you have 3,000 wines?
Well, we have a lay down sections. So if you walk into our store, like if you go into some of these big box stores, they have sections where there's like you're a facing of a wine is like 12. There's like 12 wines wide, like right, and they have like a lot of inventory of that. But we keep a wide breadth, and like there's sometimes you come into our store and you want like 12 bottles of this specific wine, but like we only have 4 or 5, like because we bring it up. We really want to have a large selection of wines. It's not about necessarily having, because if we go into the store thing, my biggest thing is like you should try like a bunch of stuff. You should only buy the same wine a couple times. Like you should like this is what people
You hear
do.
that, Nicole Feeney, my wife?
I know, right? What is she into? It's the Pinot.
Pinot Noir, bread and butter.
Bread and butter. Yeah, no.
Doesn't stray.
That's
Pinot,
okay. So we have customers that will come in, and if their item for some reason is out of stock, and that's fine, and I totally get it. They don't know what to do. But listen, the world is your oyster. Come on, like we could find you something. Like we could, as a staff, and I'm not regularly in the store. We can find you something to drink. Believe me, and it's okay to explore other things. And if you don't like it, you know what? We do take returns.
After it's opened and we drink it.
We will make you happy.
Do I leave a sip left in the wine bottle before I bring it back?
Listen, there's got to be a reasonable amount. If there's a sip, I mean, you liked it a little bit, all right. But yeah, no. If for some reason a wine is ever bad, we always we make you happy one way or another. It's definitely the goal.
That's impressive. That's awesome. And 1,000 beers.
There's over 1,000 beers.
Well, we need to update the site then, because it's 3,000 wines, 1,000 beers.
Yeah, so 3,000 wines it's also different sizes, and we carry multiple SKUs of a brand. I mean, there's just a lot of product. We have a lot of product.
And then the most interesting part, and I can attest to this, the 50 cheeses.
Yeah,
that cheese deli little cooler area.
Yeah.
Anton, am I saying that correctly?
Airton.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Airton.
You know what
Airton.
Airton. Airton used to work in town at another store. I'm not going to name names. All right, I don't like to get into that. But now Airton has joined us, which we love, and I would call him the manager of West Hartford. He kind of manages that staff, and he's like your go-to guy for whatever you need over there.
So when I went in for the Pinot Noir table bread and butter, he paired it with 2 cheeses.
Perfect.
Wife was definitely happy and
nice.
Pleased. So, Airton, thank you, buddy.
So you know how
teacher. Can we talk about he's a teacher?
Yeah, he's a
teacher.
He's a music teacher at University of Hartford.
Yep.
And which is cool. I mean, we don't have. You know what I love about him is we don't have a lot of staff that have these outside things. They're they work here and that's what they do. He's a music teacher at University of Hartford. He is he's a composer, and not composer, conductor. Maybe he's a composer. I don't know. He hasn't composed anything. Plays the drums, and a conductor for a Simsbury orchestra. And he used to be at New Britain. He was a conductor for New Britain Orchestra.
So he's multi-talented.
I don't know if those are the exact terms. Airton, if I've screwed that up, dude, I'm sorry. I will make it up to you. But yes, multi-talented and brings a lot of knowledge, especially in wine and different consumption that we like to partake in, cheeses and other beverages.
Yeah, a lot of spots don't have the cheese option.
Yeah,
what made you guys do that? Do you have them in all 3 locations?
All 3 locations we have a large. So we're trying to. I think in West Hartford, one of the things you'll see when we open this new store is there'll be a real good grab and go section. One of the issues we have in our current location is we gotta kind of give you the cheese that you want, and so in our new location there'll be a nice grab and go section where you can
get a cooler, open the door, grab the cheese,
reach right. Yeah, one of those open door coolers, right? You see it Whole Foods or, by the way, great competitor of ours, Whole Foods. We always battle. Going and now there'll be right next to us.
Behind them.
We're behind them. We're behind Whole Foods.
Are people going to go there for Whole Foods, or are people going there for Maximum Beverage?
Listen, people there at Whole Foods, just come over to Maximum Beverage. I don't really care. Whatever your reason to be there is, just come see us. So,
yep.
We're happy to take the Whole Foods customers. And by the way, Whole Foods is great. We got Crown Market right next to us too.
Ooh.
I mean, there's a lot of people that shop there. So, a lot of people that go to Anytime Fitness. Believe me, people leave the gym 5:30, 6 o'clock. I mean, what's better than having a beverage, after a nice workout?
Who needs Gatorade?
No, I mean, you can hydrate with a Michelob
Jordan
Ultra.
Juice. Yeah.
Jordan Juice. There you go. Jordan Juice.
Jordan Juice.
There you go.
40 ounce of Jordan Juice.
There you go. Yeah, man. Whatever it is, but
how involved are you in the West Hartford or the farming? Oh, I mean, mostly West Hartford, but
so we have 3 stores. And I'm not a day-to-day in the store guy. I handle a lot of the outside of the store stuff, things like this or our marketing stuff, some event stuff and things like that, because I got other things I do. But
yeah, you're going through a huge move, and say people are out there and they're going through a huge move of locations, business. If you were to give someone 3 pieces of advice of moving companies, business, What do you think? If you had like a mentee come to you.
So I would say this, because we've done this a couple times. Set your internal goal, and then have your public goal of your move date, right?
Yeah.
And in the end, it's your own thing, right? Like, okay, you're a week behind or whatever, but it's always going to be, like, especially nowadays, like, getting approvals from the town, you know, they're doing what they can, but town hall's not even really open. Like, from what I understand, you can't even go in there and really get approvals on stuff. You need to make an appointment. I mean, you know,
So
they have been helpful. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they've been a hindrance, but it's just their staffing is a little different, and you know, we've had some issues with that. Not that that's held us up to this point. And then, you know, listen, now you're changing locations. You got to deal with a new landlord. They have different expectations. You know, so I guess adjust have some flexibility, right? What else? So you're giving me 3. So we're very specific. You have to be flexible.
We have Roasting and Brewing. They're building something. They said set the number and then add like a bunch to it.
Yeah, so they're talking budget wise. Yeah.
He's laughing at me.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Set a number, add a bunch to it.
So we're talking budget wise. Yeah. I mean, your costs.
But you did it with the date as well.
Yeah, I would. That's internal versus external, and then because you got to tell your customers what you're doing, and we are. I mean, it's not that we've been completely transparent with what we're trying to do. It's just, listen, in this environment, like we had pre-COVID environment, and now we have COVID environment, and who knows how the heck much longer this is going to last, whether you're in it or not. It's in your head or not. Like for some people, it's like it isn't there, but for a lot of people, it is. And so, you know, we have to account for that. And then, you know, other than that, I mean, just put the time in, because if you don't put the time in, you're gonna come out on the other end. It's tough, man. Moving a business, trying to operate a business, and then moving a business, because we're gonna have to shut down. We're gonna actually shut down on Friday, so I don't know when this is gonna air. Today is Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
So, but whenever you put this out, so we're shutting down Friday night, and we're gonna be shut down for like a week, which is tough too. So you have to budget, cash flow, things like that. I mean, you know, we have 3 stores, but still, like, these stores operate independently, and everything. When you're running a business, everything operates off cash flow. So, got to make sure you have the cash flow to get you through this dry period. Let's call it a week. But in our business, it's a lot because it's a very small margin. Liquor business is, and liquor retailers will tell you, like, we don't make the type of margin that other retailers do. We do a good volume, but because of that, you know, there's not as much room for error.
Is the most popular purchasing day like Friday, Saturday, or
depends on where you are. So okay. Yeah, but I would say it used to be Saturday. And
because there's no Sunday.
Because there was no Sunday.
Right. All right.
This is going to get into the political realm of things, which I don't know if we want to do here.
Oh, earmuffs, Dave. Earmuffs.
Yeah, but on the political side of things, they wanted to bring in Sundays, which, as a person that, you know, is for the consumer, like, let's go. But really, all that did is took your Saturday sales,
spread it out
over 2 days.
Yeah.
You get maybe a little more bump, but you know, so yeah, Friday generally is the day, and it's a short window. It's 3:30 to 7:30. And one thing,
right from work,
because of COVID, you know, we used to really be open till 9. Like, that 8 to 9 business is dead. Nobody is out. Like, nobody's doing anything.
Because they extended it. Because he always was 8.
You can be open until 10
no
o'clock.
Sunday.
You can be open until 10.
Yeah.
Now, but
it's like choice.
Yeah, we used to always close at 9. Yeah, you can open when you want. You can close when you want. It's 10 o'clock is the latest. But COVID's really eaten into that because people just aren't out. Everyone's habits have changed. It's going to take a while to get back.
You know, Saturday nights. Even I worked at 7-Eleven as a kid in high school, and like Saturday nights around 7:30.
Oh, jamming.
Oh my God, crazy. Everyone's rushing, because they know it's...
What town was that in?
Waterbury.
7-Eleven, I can
Right
imagine.
across from Fulton Park.
Okay.
I was the best at mopping up Slurpees.
Oh,
I
there
did
you go.
that a lot. I could make a grinder. I could punch in your lotto ticket, and then selling 40s.
There you go. Nice.
Selling 40s.
I love it. I love it.
Where are you from?
I'm from, I guess I would say Glastonbury, but I've been in West Hartford. I don't know, not resident, but person since like 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah,
I actually went to Kingswood.
Oh, KO.
KO, yeah.
KO.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking too, because I try to get a Waterbury shout out every
You need
episode.
a Waterbury shout out?
And every episode.
Yeah.
This is episode 18, and I don't think I did one last time or the one before. So thanks for the alley oop, so I can dunk it down and say, "Hey, Waterbury."
Waterbury, hey, Waterbury's got its like its positives, and it's just like any other city in Connecticut, right? And it's got its spots too. That's hey, watch out, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
So happy and proud I'm from there, and I made it out alive and safe.
No doubt.
But I was very happy and thankful that I went there. Learned a lot.
It definitely
learned the do's and the don'ts.
Perspective and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So box truck. It's going to be again on May 16th.
May 16th. That's
I'm
a Sunday
thanking
now.
you in advance.
Yeah.
And I'm thanking you in advance because now you are dedicating a Sunday. So Matt, you've donated 2 Saturdays.
I have.
February 20th and March 20th.
Right.
They were both 20s, actually.
Here's the deal, and I love doing this. There is no more February and whatever it was.
Yeah.
No more February can drives, man.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
My wife might have left. She was going to leave me in January. We did
grounds for
noon to
divorce.
6. Noon to 6. At 5, it was pitch black.
Yeah.
No one showed up. She's like, pack it up. We're going home. No one showed up.
What I can't believe is the gastro park being open. Listen, they're new business and they're trying to get their thing, but it was so cold.
Oh.
It was brutal.
I
I wasn't there for. I dropped off cans in January. Was it January?
Yes.
I dropped off cans. Thankfully, we dropped them off. I remember getting my kids out of the car. I'm like, you guys need extra coats.
Yeah. Get out quick.
It
Say
was
hi.
15
Get back
degrees,
in the car.
maybe?
15.
Oh, my
It was
God.
at 10 at one point. And I thought, someone offered me those little hand things. I'm like, those things are stupid.
I don't
I was like, let me try them. Oh my God, I swear by them now.
Game changer.
I was like, I'm alive. I could.
Hot hands.
Hot hands.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Yeah. Saved me. It gave me
you.
another half an hour, but my hands and feet were chapped for about a week. The next day, I didn't walk the dog because I couldn't go outside. My body was just not right.
Not happy for that.
But it was successful, and we got a good thing going. Now people are emailing. We missed April, and I got a lot of emails.
You had emails from people.
Hey, when you having another one? We're saving our cans. They're in my front porch.
Oh, the can pileup is not good.
Cans are great.
Oof, the can pileup in the house, it's rough. Because you got that little, because I do a paper bag. I get those paper bags, the cans, they start piling up to the top, and then someone comes by. They hit the paper bags. The cans fall all over the place. It's a freaking mess, and you're like, I got to get these out of here.
Yeah. We have 2 like garbage cans in the kitchen, in the garage. One says recycling, one says garbage. And then if you don't empty it all the way, it starts to stink.
That's the thing. You got to wash
The
the can.
bottom is like gooey and brown and just.
But listen, so at our store we have to take cans back, which is fine.
Is that a rule? Everyone has to take them back?
If you sell the product,
Ooh.
you have to take the product back.
Nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know
and
that.
it makes sense. And I understand why. By the way, there's a deposit going on nips coming up. It's happening. I don't know when it's happening, but I think it's passed legislation.
Is that only to not throw them on the street, or is that to
I think-
actually recycle them?
Listen, I did find after the snow we had, I found a couple like Fireball. No, it was like Jack Daniel's Fire or something on my front lawn. It's not something that I drink, and I'm not a big nip guy anyways.
Yeah.
Certainly wouldn't throw them on my own lawn.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't me. So some people are walking by and they're throwing these out there, either driving by. Please, I hope not. Or they're walking by and they're throwing them like in people's yards.
No,
so
I think that might be the only 5 cents or
I think it might be 10.
2.5, 3.
It might be 10 cents.
10. The little guy is 10.
Yeah, the logistics behind handling this are not going to be fun. So I don't know. Distributors are talking
Did
about.
not hear that.
Yeah, it's got to go back to the distributor too. So like, distributor sells it to us. They charge us the deposit. We charge the customer the deposit. Customer brings it back. They get the deposit back. We give it back to the distributor. It's like this whole thing. That's why I love the can drive. It's not a lot of money for us. So like, anytime like I can swing by the store and just get the cans out,
Please.
send them over there. Let's go.
Good cause.
Yeah.
May 16th. It's going to be a Sunday, noon to 4, Gastro Park. Again, thanks to Matt. This guy's the man. And thank you for everyone. We've averaged maybe 260 150 and then 140-ish. And Chet from the Redemption Center, I've talked with him, and people are donating, and he's building an account for us, which I'm thankful. But again, still, people don't, you want to go down there, and it's just a drop-off. But people are looking forward to the can drive. And it's almost like double dip. You're like, hey, I can swing through, drop things off, and then maybe get a fantastic burrito from Grunion, or a falafel from... what's my Baba Ganoush, shouting out all these, and then a drink from Drink Mechanics.
There you go.
Big Al, he was there that day. He's awesome. He's a great guy.
Remember they ran out. They ran
out 3 times.
Yeah, something.
And kept going back.
And we were like, "You're oh, that's a funny joke." He's like, no, I'm serious. Like, oh, okay, sorry. It's all right.
No, it's great. So yeah, May 16th.
Right, it's on the calendar.
You're in. And you brought your whole crew out there last time. That was amazing. I met your brother-in-law,
teacher, girlfriend. He's a teacher. Yep. Medford,
shout out to the teachers.
Medford, I think it's Medford. Sorry, Steve. I don't know if you'll see this, but
he's a history teacher, 8th grade. Come on.
Yeah.
Know your brother-in-law.
His name's Steve King.
Steve King.
Stephen King. Yeah.
I interviewed episode 13 is a Stephen King Jr.
Ooh.
And then
nice.
he's a Stephen King. So I know 2 Stephen Kings, and they're not the author.
No.
And they're like 40, and he's like 30?
35. So 34. Yeah, so like...
And they still gave him the name.
The author was... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a funny joke
offense.
in the family, in my wife's family. But I don't think anything of it. But, he goes out and he probably gets that joke all the time. Oh, Stephen King, huh? Brutal.
So the guy that I interviewed was a business card. Other Designs. Shout out to Other Designs. I have my business cards. His name's he did Dave. Look, he likes the rounded.
Ooh, nice, the rounded edge.
Yeah, and he would call and he's like, they're like, are you the author? Every call, and he's like, fine. I just have to run with it at this point. And it's like an icebreaker.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Point of conversation, right?
Yeah. So another game. Best, worst, first, last.
Okay.
We'll do best, worst, first, last of. We have to. I usually have it ready, but we'll do it with. I want to do wines. You want to do wines? How can you do best wine, worst wine,
the best wine I've ever had?
Last wine. And you do numbers and names and numbers. Can you pull that off? That's impressive.
You just want to tell me the best wine I've had, the worst wine I've had?
Yep, and the first one and the last one.
The first one and the last one. Oh man.
Start wherever you want.
Well, we can start with the best.
Okay.
Actually, listen. So my father has been collecting wine for a fair amount of time. So I've had a lot of great wines. But like the wine that really sticks out in my mind, and this is going to get kind of pricey, but I believe, see, this is bad.
Though.
This is the best. And this is the experience is there. Whether I'm going to get the vintage right, I don't know. But I think it was a 2001. Shoot, was it a 98? Might have been a 98. It was 98, 2001. Ornellaia. Italian wine, Tuscany's. We classify it as a super Tuscan, and I believe 100% Cabernet, Sauvignon. So out of Italy, they call it Super Tuscan, which is a Tuscan wine with Bordeaux grapes. This is getting very technical.
I like it.
Cab, Merlot, whatever. But this is Cab. And it was still so young, but so delicious. And that was a few years ago, so probably 3 or 4 years ago. And it was just unbelievable. The worst wine.
No, wait, what kind of wine was it?
Ornellaia.
Oh,
it's a Cabernet. Ornellaia this is what I'm saying. It's getting a little technical. That's
Cabernet.
Okay. It's Cabernet.
You got me a Cabernet.
It's a Cab. Italian Cab.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like $250 a bottle. It's legit stuff, man. Yeah, I mean that's not what you paid for it 20 years ago.
Where'd you sell it?
We sell Ornellaia. I don't know what vintage we're on now. It's probably 2015. We only get access to a couple 3-packs or 6-packs, whatever they're selling it in now, and then per store. So it's pretty rare. Always highly scored. I think this one was a 99-point wine or something, which out of 100 is pretty darn good. But it was I think I had it it was out of my father's cellar at his house. with some friends, and it was just the wine. By the way, I will say this. This is a very important thing, and I think a lot of people lose this opportunity, is when you have a great bottle of wine, it's not the occasion when you open the wine, right? So you don't wait, oh, we're going to save this for whatever. First of all, you could drop dead tomorrow, right? Like, this is like a legit thing that happens to people. They drop dead. Like, enjoy the stuff you have and make the occasion opening the wine.
About the company or just...
Doesn't even have to be the company. You could be you by yourself. Open up the wine. This is the occasion.
Oh, the wine is popped.
The wine is the occasion.
I like it.
All right, okay, we could wait till, our
Hear that, Dave? You
return.
writing that down?
Wait till the anniversary.
I've been there.
You wait till the anniversary and you open the wine. Well, maybe the wine's no good. Like, drink your wine.
Oh.
You could save some stuff, but, the occasion is the wine. Make the wine the occasion.
You just dropped something picture-worthy.
Did I?
Did you get that? How do we look? All right.
So, anyways, we say that in the story, and that was
I like that.
Something I learned from a guy a long time ago.
Make the wine the occasion.
Say that. Make the wine the occasion. Don't wait for the occasion necessarily. Not that you can't, but it shouldn't be the end-all be-all. Worst wine I've ever had. I mean, this is pretty tough. I don't know. I've had a lot of bad wine, but I mostly have had pretty good wine. I can't tell you the worst wine I've ever had. Actually, no, I can't.
You have a friend make homemade wine or one of those deals?
Yeah, so I've had some homemade wine. It's not the best, but I'm never gonna call it the worst.
Gotcha.
Actually, I have a family friend. They have a wine party every year. It's been a long time since they've had it, or I've gone to it. It happens to hit on my wife's birthday now, so that's not where she wants to spend her birthday, which I totally get.
You're not going.
But it's not the worst wine. It's good, solid wine. Probably the worst. God, there's a brand of wine that you find on a lot of wine at a wedding. Let me just say this: the wine at a wedding, 90% of the time is horrible, and that's okay. When I go to a wedding, I don't really drink wine. I'll drink cocktails or beer. So I would say wedding wine typically
why is that?
At an event because it's expensive. You do this open bar, and these guys' venues are trying to make money, which I totally get. So they put the cheapest stuff out there, and their mid-tier is like what you would pay $8 in a retail environment for is their mid-tier wine. Their high-end wine is $12. So
Gotcha.
You do an open bar, and you end up with not great wine. Listen, my own wedding, the wine was not great, and it was okay. I was like, whatever.
So it's house. I thought wine was on the table.
At a wedding?
Yeah.
I'm
thinking of
I mean, you could have it that way.
Dinner maybe I went to.
You could do dinner, but at an open bar, everything's going to be at the bar, right? So.
Gotcha.
I would say the wedding wine is.
Where'd you get married?
We got married in Mystic at Latitude 41, which I don't know if it's still called that or nothing or whatever, but right there in the seaport.
Cool. Good view.
Yeah,
so you got best and worst.
Yeah, so I say wedding wine. That particular wine, wedding wine's terrible.
Box wine? What about box wine? Is that a thing? Do you drink that?
I don't personally drink it, but yeah, it's fine.
I think it's
I
called
just did one.
Parachuting.
By the way,
just take the whole box to your head,
or that's 3 liters of wine. That's 4 bottles.
Hot ballooning, maybe, because it looks like a
4 bottles to the face.
Yeah.
That's a hospital call right there.
I think I saw that.
It's a hospital pass.
Don't do it, kids. Don't try that. At home.
Yeah, you pop the other side so it just flows, right? So you get the vacuum, get rid of the vacuum.
Something like that, and they hold the bag and squeeze it up.
Oh my god,
it's amazing.
Yeah, so I remember being in college, and actually the worst. So there's a lot of experiences. So in college, we used to go buy the big Carlo Rossi jugs, and me and my buddy couldn't even really finish it. It got that bad. It was bad. And that was in college when I didn't really have much of a wine palate. The Chianti. Oh, it's terrible. It's horrible. I mean, massive brand, whatever. That was one of the But
I forgot about those. They still make those things. With
Carlo
the
Rossi?
Oh yeah, the big jug.
I think it's a 5 liter. Yeah, the jug. Oh, it's not great.
Away from the jugs.
Maybe it's a 4. It's a 4 liter. What was the other first and last?
Yeah.
First wine I ever had?
Yep.
I don't know. I know the first.
What about age? I mean, you guys are into it.
The first age I tasted wine?
Do it at the table,
when I was a kid. No, I did at 18. I remember having at my birthday party at 18. There was 2 beers we had there. And this was granted. We all did our things back in the day. You need to be over 21 to drink alcohol, but age 18, I had some Coors Original, which I thought was
brown can.
yeah, because
Black
you know,
writing?
no. This is the banquet beer. This is like the gold.
The gold, brown gold. My bad.
Yeah.
Gold.
Oh, brown. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
My bad.
So Coors Original and Sam Summer, and I thought the Sam Summer was the most amazing thing at the time. I mean, for now it's whatever, but at the time, and I thought the Coors Original, because any other beer I probably had tasted up until that point was probably a light domestic beer or whatever of some sort, and now I thought those were the two. At the time, I still remember those flavor profiles. The Coors Original had like this buttery thing to me at the time, which is so weird now. I would drink it and be like, and the last thing I had to drink was, well, we just had some bourbon.
Yeah, let's break it out. Let's talk about it.
So that would be it right now. I mean, technically, wine-wise, I had some. Wine. Last night I had. See, now I'm bad with names. I'm really bad. I'm not gonna remember. So we'll just go with this. New Riff Kentucky Straight Bourbon, bottled in bond. So non-chill filtration. This hits all the notes of like every bourbon what people love out there. Bottled in bond means it's at least 4 years old, and 100 proof, so 50% alcohol. These guys are out of Kentucky, and even on the back they even say it, which a lot of bottled in bond bourbons don't say on the back that they're aged at least 4 years, but they even tell you. And they give you their mash bill, which is cool. 65% corn, 30% rye, and 5% malted barley.
I noticed that right away. Most don't have that breakdown.
And it's also cool. They give you distilled spring of 2017 on the thing. So this is kind of a cool new riff, right? I'm not sure of the distillery. They are the actual distillery. You have a lot of people, a lot of distilleries buying stuff, and just packaging it. There's a lot of them out there. Okay, there's some big distilleries out there that make brands for everybody, but these guys are doing their own thing, which is cool. So it's a new product to the state. It's probably only been around for like 2 or 3 months. New riff. They have a rye and they have a single barrel bourbon, but this is just a straight bourbon, and it's delicious.
Pretty good.
Yep.
No, and I love your website and your promotion.
Yeah.
And you do.
Thank you.
Who runs the Facebook page?
It's a collective.
Oh, a bunch of people.
A lot of people, because honestly, there's a lot to do. So, for a while we had someone that did that, and now we kind of do it as a group.
Yeah, no, it's great. You share the can drives on Instagram.
We
with
try.
The Max Bev,
yeah.
And also with the social media, it's hilarious that even today I had another parent has a friend that does Instagram. Shout out to Grandin Gray and Savor Sisters on Instagram. They cut promos and talked about our event on May 16th. I've already received 2 donations on our website. Sweet. And so that social media piece is key.
For you?
Yeah, for any business, because
right.
I see, brings me to my next point, you do something called brown bagging.
Yep.
And that's that social media piece.
Yep.
That's that content, get your word out. What inspired you to do the brown bagging?
That is a great question. So a while back, like back in 2006, we had a winemaker come in to the store, and at this time we were .com Wine and Spirits. Might have been 2007. And I filmed a video with this is the winemaker at Montez Winery in Argentina. They're in Chile. Montez in Chile. So he came in, and I filmed this little video in the back room of our store, which we used to be in Crossroads Plaza, where the Salvation Army drop-off is right now.
Oh, yep.
I don't know if you know where that is. Next to the UPS store. There used to be a Smoker's Discount World there, and the Jewish shop there. I forget what it's called, but she closed. Rivka was her name. Nice lady. Great neighbor. Judaica store for all you folks out there that would have gone there. And filmed this little thing back there, and it was like a great experience for me to get in front of it, but it was a different scenario. And so I think I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was talking to my brother, and we were like, why don't we just taste wines blind? And I just screw around. It was initially it was I think I was in the office. You guys pick a wine, and I'll just see if I can guess it. And so it kind of got from there, and then we came up with this name, Brown Baggin It. And I don't know, it just developed, and we just kept doing it.
What's your percentage? What's your hitting percentage?
I don't know. I would say I would not. I seem more accurate, I think, than I am. Sometimes I can get it on the thing, and sometimes I get completely fooled. I wouldn't consider myself like a classically trained wine expert. I'm not a sommelier or anything like that. I'm just a person that's drank a fair amount of wine over the years and talked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things, if you practice a good amount. And by the way,
aren't you like currently in season 2?
I've called it season 2 only because I got a new
5?
guy editing for me,
gotcha.
and we're just doing a different format a little bit. Not a different format, but just like an upgraded version.
Episode 10.
Episode 10 just
They're
happened.
like 8 minutes long. They're hilarious. I watch them.
Thank you. I try to keep them quick and easy, but sometimes they go a little long. It's okay. You know,
I'm
you
a
can
huge
sign up and
fan,
everything.
and Dave's gonna cut in a little Brown Baggin It because Dave is like the master with the media, and huge fan of the Brown Baggin It, and I like the complexity, and you drop these, it's fun.
Why do you tap the bag? So I tap the bag. You're asking me now? I've done this 150 times, and you're asking me why I'm tapping the bag now? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Brown Baggin It with Maximum Beverage, and we're heading into episode 7 now. Here in West Hartford, I'm with Connor. He's joining me today. If you don't know, Connor's my brother, and Connor is a manager here and does the buying for the stores. And so if you have a special order, you can reach out to him. See Whitney at MaximumBev.com. Send him a lot of emails. This feels light. This bottle is very light. Light weight-wise, meaning there's not a lot of liquid in it or some special kind of glass. I've been feeling like I don't know.
Drank half the bottle last
You drank it. First time cracked the bottles. Airtime. Give me like a cake, like a raspberry cake.
It almost smells like it could be like a fruity Pinot Noir.
It looks like Pinot. So color-wise, it's very light. You can see right through it. I'm gonna guess this is gonna have some aggressive acid. Very bright and fresh. Smells a lot like Pinot Noir.
Tastes like it's been open for a day.
What the hell is this? You're getting strawberry notes. You're getting a little bit of, looks like a little cranberry. Do we like the wine?
It's okay.
I brought 2 wines.
Come on.
All right here. We're gonna do one right now.
Oh, life goals.
All right.
Life goals met.
So here's
Brown
the deal.
Baggin It.
Here's the deal. I do know what these are, and I think it'll be fun to just
I'm just happy to do the glass spin.
swirl. I brought 2 glasses too. Here's the
got the
deal. I
glass
walked into the
too?
store,
Oh, wow.
and the store is a disaster because we're in like the middle of moving. What do I got here? Let's see here. And so hey, here's
see.
how we do this. We do.
Let's do it. No cheating.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Brown Baggin It with Maximum Beverage and friends of Feeney. Bringing you inside the bottle. Let's find out who's bringing value and who's not. Let's get into the wine. We tap the bag.
Tap the bag.
No cheating. No swearing. All right. I don't know which one this is, but now I
So
know.
we smell it right away from the smell.
Well, I know the 2 wines, so I think I have an idea which one this is.
I know it's. Look at that swirl. How's my swirl game?
Well, look at the color. So a couple things when you taste wine, and this is like can be super boring for some people, but other people, the swirl is important. Why do we swirl the wine? You introduce oxygen, it opens up the wine, right? Get that flow through there, get those aromatics going. And what do you smell on this thing?
Let's see.
Grapes.
See, I was gonna say I don't want to sound. It's weird though.
Get like this earthy berry, right?
Earthy berry.
Like a mushroom, like almost like a truffle.
I want to think like, is that bad of me to say like chemicals and
No,
gas? You don't say that. Don't
No,
say that.
no. Gas is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a
All right.
sophisticated note, man.
See, I got a good nose. Look at that.
Yeah, so this I mean that was good. That was great. And then so we look at the color and you can see it's fairly, I would say we call this like a ruby, like a light ruby. You can really see through it. It's kind of like a ruby, right?
Yeah. I see the ruby.
And it's got a little copper to it, maybe. You know, it's not like a bright red. It's got some, and I would say this has, you know, it's a touch of age to it, maybe, but not really that much.
Now, how would I say if it like had fruit up front, medium body? How's my game now?
Yeah. Well, did you taste it?
No, oh,
The body's a mouthfeel thing.
You can't get that from the smell? I got a cheat sheet.
I mean, you're
I got a
guessing.
cheat sheet.
You can guess. That's fine.
I took notes yesterday. Can we taste? I'm waiting. All right.
What do you think?
Dude, if you brought bread and butter, then don't bring bread and butter.
I didn't bring bread.
Okay, good. Is it a Pinot?
You asking me?
Damn.
We'll taste both wines first, and we'll talk about it. All right?
Okay. Where's the new no cheating, no swearing? Because that's hilarious.
Well, there's no
Look at
cheating.
that ruby.
There's no cheating. It's important because there's a lot of trust I've built up. We've done this like 120 times or something. It was very important to me.
Does Dave want to get in?
Oh, yeah, Dave.
Let Dave in.
Dave is in. You need a cup, Dave. It's very important that this is legit.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Honor
I
code.
do. Listen, I do. Well, sometimes it's not honor code because I'm not even. Like I don't pick the wine, right? So I call the guys, Ayrton, Fernando, my brother. A lot of times my dad. Like when we were doing over COVID, like I had him like drop off a case of wine at the house. I said, "Listen, can you just bring a case of wine by the house? I need you to bag it up, and I'm gonna go through these things myself." So I did them live. I got like wicked burned out because it was like, oh, I'm so tired of doing this. You know, like you remember, this was like early COVID. This was like April when things kind of.
So some of those are in your house.
They were in my house. They're
okay.
live. They were live, so we weren't like they're not on the YouTube channel, which is fine because I didn't have someone to edit.
Want to shout out your boy who edits them?
Yeah, my editor right now is my buddy. His name is Hogue, but also AKA Dave Kepner. And he's got a studio in Austin in a band called Two Player, and he's went to Yale.
Nice.
And his
New
brother, older
Oh.
brother, Bonesaw, was a teacher at Kingswood.
Haven. Okay.
And
I went to Yale.
That's how I met these guys. You went to Yale.
Yeah, for a party once.
Yeah, right. How'd it go? Did you learn a lot?
I went to Southern Connecticut,
yeah,
so we partied with
you
Yale,
partied with Yale?
Whaley and Toad's place.
Nice.
Couple Yale girlfriends. Didn't work out.
I was at a concert down there the other day.
Oh.
I went to, I don't know if I told you, I went to
The Pilot Pen.
Pilot Pen.
Yeah.
It's a new
Where we
Westfield
graduated.
Music Bowl. You went to graduation
And
there?
then come to find out now it's a music. I
Now
told
it's
my
a
wife
music hall.
that actually.
Yeah. I went to Government Mule. It's amazing. You know, old boy there, Warren Haynes can still play, man.
Oh, you're talking his language now.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
loves.
Dave's into that.
Yep.
Allman Brothers. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my jam too. And it was sweet. Anyways, good. New Haven's great.
So
By the
back
way,
to the guy.
my
Ho,
Pepe
go ahead.
pizza was very disappointing.
Ooh, yeah.
It was
The legend.
his.
Who'd you
I
go
mean,
prior to the concert?
Yeah,
You
we
went
picked
there.
it up on the way. By the way, that's the way you do it. If you try to go there and get a pizza, don't. Just
wait in
call.
line. Yeah.
Just order your pizza and then go get it. It's easy, by the way. They're good at that. They're efficient. I know that the owner just passed away, so R.I.P. But the pizza was just, you know.
Yeah, my buddy was going. He's like, "Do I do Sally's or Modern?" I'm gonna go Sally's now.
Sally's. Yeah, you know what? I
Sally's.
haven't had Sally's.
And we didn't get Connecticut Pizza State. New Jersey, 1.
Okay.
Connecticut, 2. New York, 3. Come on.
Whatever. Pizza was like invented, literally, in the New Haven area, right? New Haven, West Haven, that whole like thing. All right, let's get into
But
wine.
shout out to your boy Hogue.
Hogue. Dream
Would you
Studios.
consider him a good friend? Be a good friend. Hogue?
Oh,
Be
no
a good
doubt.
friend?
Yeah, we've
Well, you fit our
chatted
motto.
over the years. And him and his brother Tim.
Bonesaw?
Bonesaw. Yeah, they have a band.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bonesaw
shirtless.
is Macho Man in
Yeah,
the
that's where it comes
Spider-Man
from.
movie.
That's
Does
where
he look like Macho Man?
Not at all. But that's kind of where the nickname comes
Get
from.
out. Huge
Yeah,
Macho
Tobey
Man
Maguire. Yeah, Tobey Maguire. That one, right?
He looks like Tobey Maguire, or he looks like Macho Man?
No, it's just like it's something they came up with back in the day. What is this, like 2008, 2007, which is back in the day now. For us, that seems like yesterday.
Oh my God. Macho Man is like still with me.
Yeah.
Huge Macho Man fan.
He died recently.
Yeah, no. Well, they just had an A&E special on him
Yeah.
like this week. So,
Shoot.
yeah.
I'm into the old school wrestling.
Oh.
I don't love it as much now, but like that used to be the cool, man. That was cool stuff.
Yeah, born and raised on it. Yeah.
You were.
So, oh yeah.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah.
I was never really hardcore, but it's
Call me a mark, a wrestling mark.
really.
My first date with my wife, who I married, I brought her to wrestling in New Haven Coliseum,
Oh man.
and
R.I.P. New Haven Coliseum.
and that's no longer there.
Yeah.
It's a parking lot now.
Right.
And then we kissed in front of the train station where I parked at the Church Street South Projects, which are AKA also known as the Jungle.
Right.
They're not there anymore either.
No.
I was a counselor for kids that lived in the Church Street South Projects, and I had a parking pass. I'm like, oh, we don't have to park at the Coliseum. We can pay the $25. I got the parking, and we walk past the trains.
How old were you?
I think it was 19 or 20. College, sophomore year in college.
Oh, so you met your wife in college?
Yep.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Cheers. Cheers to the.
Hey,
cheers.
listen. There's nothing left in my glass, but I will tell you this, and this is legit because I see this all the time now. My siblings, my wife's siblings, and like it just gets as you get older nowadays, especially with online dating and everything. Meeting somebody is like it's so much harder. Pretty much all my buddies and stuff from college are all married from the people they met in college.
Yeah.
And like everyone else that I know that didn't do that, and I'm 36, still single, which is fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
But like at some point, if you want to have kids or whatever, so I think it's a blessing to find that person in college.
I agree.
You know, it's hard to do. I can't imagine it now. I can't imagine being in college nowadays and trying to find that person.
And then the
It's
Facebook
gotta be.
and the Twitters and the Instagram and all this dating stuff.
All the dating
and,
apps.
oh,
I mean, I never, you know, I know you're a couple years older than me,
Yeah.
but I never
42.
even. Yeah. So I'm 36, so I never even experienced a dating app.
never.
And it's kind of weird. You know, you're always like, oh, what are those things? But like, what a disaster.
I don't
that
think I
was.
hit Facebook until after college either.
Yeah, I was junior
Yeah.
when it came out, and that was when it was at Yale, right? It was a Yale kid, right? No, he's a Harvard kid.
Who? Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Was he a Yale or a Harvard kid?
I think he's Harvard.
Harvard.
He's not New Haven. He didn't party at Toads. He's not cool enough.
He
for
didn't
New
party
Haven.
anywhere. That dude doesn't.
That-
I mean, he might
true.
party now.
True, he doesn't party.
Right.
Wears the same. Do you know his closet's full of gray shirts?
I love that idea, by the way.
Yeah, you're a fan of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I mean,
shirt.
I like the idea. It just makes.
Gray shirts.
It's just there's a lot of commitment there. You got to
do you
go
think
out
of
to
this
the
shirt?
store.
What do you
That's a
think of
great
this
shirt. Saturdays are for friends. Oh,
Do you get one yet?
I haven't.
Come on.
I'll get one.
Saturdays for Friends. I've got to shout out this guy, Fresh Ink, every episode. Waterbury shout outs, Fresh Ink shout outs. But this Saturday is going to be big. Drink Mechanics are going to be wearing these. Crazy Donut. The entire staff of Crazy Donut will be wearing these. So we have
Donut
a Fresh
Crazy.
Ink.
Donut Crazy.
What did I say?
Crazy Donut.
Oh boy. Episode 10. Episode 10, you think I'd know. Irene, it's
Wine number 2.
Donut Crazy. I've done that multiple times.
I think you're a habitual name jumbler.
Yes. Ooh,
Are
is that
you?
a thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you are. My father-in-law is that way.
That's a thing. I might.
My father-in-law comes down here. You know what he calls Hall's Market? Hall's Farm. It's not a farmer's market.
All right.
Hall's Market, Hall's Farm. He loves that place, by the way.
Habitual name
Shout out to
jumbler.
Hall's Market. Great sandwiches, man. What's better than a $2 sandwich of the week?
those are great.
God. All right,
Again, Saturdays with Friends. Donut Crazy.
let's get into this one.
Yeah, not as much.
That gassy mushroom.
Exactly.
Truffle.
I was going to say that. Not as much.
Yeah. A little more fruit, right?
I 100% agree. I was going to say that right away. Not as much gas.
Color. What do you think about the color? A little darker?
A little darker
maybe?
than. So if it's darker than ruby,
Am I
is
leading the
that-
witness? What?
What's?
Yeah, it's just a little bit
Considered-
darker. I would say it's still pretty translucent,
ruby?
still kind of that ruby color.
It's not maroon. Violet.
It's got more red to it, less of the kind of orange that we were getting out of the other one.
Did you taste it yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We didn't even talk about the mouthfeel on that wine. We're just sitting here talking about something that has nothing to do with the wine, which is okay.
Ooh.
By the way, this is what happens when you drink wine.
Yeah.
You just start talking about
Listen.
other stuff.
Make the experience the wine, not the wine the experience. Damn, I jacked that up too.
He's a habitual word jumbler. No, make
The occasion.
make the wine the occasion.
Well, this is a great occasion
Yeah, cheers.
because you brought wine.
Yeah, man. So that first wine, and I'll just go back to it. I thought was like a little more structured and like had like a lot more. I would give it acid, like up front, right? You
Yeah.
get like more of that sharpness on the edge of your tongue, whereas this is just kind of a more of a smoother drinker.
Yeah. No, agreed. I mean, for judging, this one I like
You like that one better?
preferred. This is
Yeah.
preferred. That's a non-preferred.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to go into what we got here? Here's a question. Do you think the wines are similar in any way?
We're doing a Venn diagram, teacher style, because they're both ruby. They would go in the middle of the circles.
Oh, I like this. Okay.
Both ruby.
There's a lot of value in elementary school teaching, isn't there?
Oh my god, it's the best.
It
You
does-
learn everything you need to know from K through 5.
I totally agree.
That's speaking of which you mentioned earlier. We're like, oh, don't ask me a teacher. I'm only going to know
You can ask
elementary
me
school
teachers.
teachers.
You can ask me a teacher question.
I'm going to only know elementary school teachers and favorite teacher.
Favorite teacher. So I had all my not all of them. Many of my elementary school teachers were great. My kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Hickey, I think all my siblings had her. She was great. I remember her very well. First grade was Mrs. Azakanen. I don't even know if these people are still alive. This is what's freaking me out because I think back now. Actually, I found out my brother's fifth grade teacher passed away 3 or 4 years ago. He was like a young guy. Actually, sorry, he was like the Feeney. He was the only guy in the entire elementary school teacher. So my first grade teacher, my second grade teacher was Miss LaMonica. She loved what's that dog? The Scotty. She always had a sweat. She had a Scotty.
Lassie?
No, Scotty was Scotty's like a little dark dog with
Is that a character, like a book character?
No,
or is
Scotty's a type of dog.
Oh.
No, it's not a character.
Okay.
You gotta throw in a picture of a Scotty here because you gotta show the people.
I mean-
and Feeney needs to look back and see what the Scotty is. All right, so Scotty. So she loves Scotties,
Yep.
and then I can tell you
Put
my
that in.
third grade teacher I did not love, and she was a little bit older, and I don't know. And then Mrs. Brown in fourth grade, and then fifth. Who the heck was fifth grade? I can't remember her name. But I can remember most of my elementary school, and I can't tell you who my college professors were. Right? Because you learn a lot. in
I think
first and
as
fifth grade.
the student body increases, it loses that connection. So
Yep.
they're teaching hundreds of kids,
Sure.
and we're teaching 18 kids. I think that personal connection is key.
Right. Well, I went to Fordham, so we had small classes there too, 20 kids maybe. Literally, I cannot tell you the name of one professor. I feel like, I don't know, the value there is just not there, or what it was, man. What it probably was at one point for some people. I'm sure there's people that are in their 50s or 60s could name some of their college professors. Maybe I didn't have that connection, I don't know.
How many times did you eat White Castle?
At Fordham?
Yeah.
Often.
Yes. That's what it goes hand in hand. Like you went to Fordham, you ate White Castle at least every Friday, Saturday.
Have you been to that White Castle
No,
before?
I've heard great things about it though.
You need to just go. I don't know. I assume it's still there. It's got to still be there. The place is legendary. But you got to go to Arthur Ave and eat at some of those places down there. The pizza there is great. It's just as good as some
Wait,
of those
Arthur
other
Ave, the
places.
Bronx, like where
That's
Yankee
in the Bronx.
Stadium is? Oh,
No, the Bronx. Yankee Stadium's down, and I'm gonna botch this, but I think it's in like 140th.
141st is
141st.
Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, I got this right.
So where's 40?
By the way, not a baseball fan. Definitely not a Yankees fan. But you are a Yankees fan.
Yes.
Giants.
Yes.
So, 141st is Yankee Stadium, but Fordham's at like 190th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. And that's where Little Italy is. That's the real Little Italy.
The real one.
The real one.
I think I've been there. They roll your own cigars. They got a spot where you roll
Oh, yeah.
your own cigars.
Well, there's like a market there.
Yeah, the market. I've been to that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We didn't do much in going to the market, but you hit up all those restaurants up there. I mean,
Been out to eat. there,
listen,
too.
I would go out and we'd go into these bodegas and you'd get a 12-inch grinder. Okay,
Yep.
what they call heroes in the city. They don't call them grinders. $3.
Easy. Yeah.
$3.
Oh yeah.
Boar's Head.
Oh yeah.
That's $12 nowadays. At Subway, it's what is it? $7.50 for in this garbage meat.
Yeah.
$3 heroes, man. That was the thing. Every little bodega had them. A life was a bargain back then.
All right. No cheating. No swearing.
Cheating, no swearing. Yep.
How's that nose? Cedar.
I don't get cedar on this, but that's good. You got your
Clean?
notes.
Fresh.
Not as fresh. The last wine was a little more fresh.
Creaminess.
On the nose,
Acid.
acid is a mouthfeel thing.
Aroma.
Aroma,
Vicious.
aromatics, I would say, this is like a berries. This is just straight berries. You get a little some of those woody notes. You do get. I wouldn't say cedar. It's more like like a piney even.
I like this one better.
Yeah.
So.
Right. And that's what I thought would happen.
Yeah?
I love that. This is pretty solid, right?
No. I'm taking this home. So we're not drinking it anymore. Cork that.
You can have it, man. You gotta.
I'm kidding.
No, you got to bring this home, and you got to bring it to Mrs. Bread and Butter.
Yes.
All right. You got to.
No more bread and butter. Mama, we're drinking
got
this
more
from now
structure
on.
than the bread and butter, and I think it's like maybe $1 less.
Okay.
But
What do we
first
have?
wine.
Pinot Noir.
First wine.
Spain. France.
This is Pinot.
It is.
Nice.
Come on, buddy.
Feeney.
Let's go. 1 for 1. My first brown bag in it.
This is Peter Zemmer Pinot Noir from Alto Adige in Italy. It's Italian Pinot Noir. The Italians refer to this as... Oh, you want it right here?
There you go.
The Italians refer to this as Pinot Nero.
Oh.
Okay. So it's very much northern Italy. That's why you get that great acid. It's a cooler climate. It kind of gets up. If you go to northern Italy, you're getting up towards like the Alps, right?
Yep.
You get in France, like that. So you get a nice cool climate. It's great. I think this is a great wine. This is only $20.
I like it. That's
Great?
the one I like. Or is that
No,
the first one?
This is the first one.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Can we go back to it?
We're gonna go back to it. It's got a lot more structure, I think, than the
First
other one,
splash.
and that's okay.
That's good.
And by the way, this also shows you that the price of the wine doesn't mean
how do you feel about saying that?
everything to everybody. I think I like this wine better, but I drink wines of this style more often, and this is what I like more than, let's say, but these are just different price points, all right?
I still have that gassy smell still on that first one.
Yeah, you get
Again.
that. You get that from Pinot Noir from the north, like you get northern Italy. You get that kind of.
Gotcha.
We call it. Some people call it gas, but it's like a ethanol, like a rubber, almost like a burnt rubber.
What did Julia say that was hilarious? Crustacean crab.
Yeah, I have a video actually. So
We might throw that in there too.
I'll
It's
send
like a
that to
minute clip,
Dave.
too. It's
It's
hilarious.
very cute, but it was probably when she was 4 years old, and I was just started kind of doing this thing, and I think we were like 20 episodes in, and she was like, she had been watching, I think, with her mom, my wife, and she gave me some tasting notes that were very like, I'm like, wow, how the hell did that come? Where did that come from? So that was cool. But
Shout out to Julia. Fantastic. She goes, so what's my dad going to do in the podcast, and when is it going to air? I'm like, what are you, his agent? Super cute.
Nice.
Wonderful student.
I love that about her.
Yes.
She is my agent.
And she's assertive. She advocates for herself. She speaks up. That's key.
She has a good, even if it's make believe, she has a good nose for wine. All right, so this is about $20. And this is cool because you don't get a lot of Pinot Noirs, I think, out of Italy. It doesn't feel Italian to me. It feels a lot like it could have French influence, even like California influence. It's delicious. Wine number 2.
That's the one.
This is I think one of the best $12 Pinots in the store.
Wow.
Ryder Estate 2018 Pinot, Central Coast, California. I think we sell for $12.99, maybe $13.99.
I think bread and butter's from California.
Yeah, well, so bread and butter is
That's
California.
Oh, Go ahead.
What is it? It's $13.99.
It's $14.99.
Yeah. So this is a far superior. And again, I think bread and butter is just California. It may be Central Coast as well, but this is Central Coast, meaning they give more of a designation to the area, so there's a little more quality invested in it rather than just sourcing it from wherever they can in California. So, I think this has got a great structure. This is probably, I picked this wine because I think this is one of my favorite $12 Pinots, other than the fabulous Pinot Project, which I think is not for everybody. The Pinot Project is
Cool
great.
label.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to like that style. This is more of I think, a mass appeal style. Rider State. Carry the cab. By the way, for a while, friends over at Park and Oak that are no longer there carried all these wines by the glass. I don't know if you had ever eaten there.
No, good stuff.
But that was
they
a
did
great
the chicken
spot.
and waffles.
Oh yeah, I think they opened a place up in Canton. Rider State, man, that's your wine.
This might be it.
You're bringing that home
All right, deal.
to Mrs. Bread and Butter.
Mrs. Bread and Butter, this is what you're getting. Rider Estate. Now, so when you say California and Central California.
So Central Coast is it's like south of Napa. It's like Santa Barbara, that kind of area, south of Napa and Sonoma, right? Central Coast kind of just takes up that middle area, kind of north of LA,
Gotcha.
all the way up just south of.
Have you been out there?
I have, probably the best. I think I haven't been to Central Coast actually. I lived in Tahoe for a year, and I've been out to Sonoma, Napa a couple times. I was a ski bum right when out of college. That's the way to go, by the way. I would tell everybody, do not, if you can, either before college or after college, just take a year off and do something stupid.
I like it.
Work and have a responsibility. Don't live at home. I'm not saying live at home. And also, if you want to live at home and bank money too, that's another thing. But literally, out of my 3 things from business about moving and all that, I would say the most important thing is when you get out of college or before you go to college, take a year off and do something stupid.
All right.
But when you're responsible for yourself.
Be responsible.
Yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough. Let's talk about May 16th. Matt will have the box truck donated. All the proceeds will go to the house fire for Sheldon Street. We had a house fire, former Wolcott students, great family. We're raising money for them. I'm excited. This is my first brown Baggin It. Cheers to the brown Baggin It. Cheers to episode 18.
Cheers, man.
Cheers
18.
to Dave. This can't be possible without Dave from Direct Line Media. Any closing thoughts, Matt?
Well, I got a bike.
Yeah.
We gotta get rid of this bike. We gotta get this bike to somebody.
Oh, yes, right.
You got somebody?
Yeah.
Let's
So
get
we're
this
looking
bike.
for a 6-year-old out there that can use it.
Girl's bike?
Julia, super cute video on Seesaw donating her bike. And it's thoughtful. It's generous. I love seeing kids doing that. She has a great heart. We're gonna donate the bike to someone in need.
somebody.
Yeah.
By the way, I will say this, and it's a girl's bike because it's pink and all that. My first bike was a Huffy with a banana seat.
Oh yeah. I had the
Guess
banana
what
seat.
color it was? Purple.
Purple.
All right, my
Had the
first
purple.
bike. All right, it had the training wheels. I got the training wheels off it. That's when I learned to ride. Was a Huffy purple bike. So boys, we can do pink bikes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. All right. Well, cheers to Matt.
Cheers.
Shout out. Saturdays are for friends. Check out the new, improved Maximum Beverage right behind Whole Foods
In Bishop's Corner.
in Bishop's Corner. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you at May 16th. Cheers.